change, the more they stay the same. Ooh, don't you hesitate. Girl, put your back on mine. Just go ahead and
Tres tristes tigres trabajan trigo en un trigal. Why did I do that? I feel like I look like a blind rat. Hola, me llamo Noah, tengo 19 años y vivo en París. ¿París? Hi everyone, my name is Noah and welcome to my channel. A couple days ago, I posted a picture on Instagram asking you guys to ask me some questions that you wanted me to answer. So that's what I'm gonna do. Answer your questions. It's a Q&A. Before I start, I wanted to say I am wearing contacts, if you were wondering. Or maybe you all knew, but yeah, these aren't my natural eyes. Because I look f***ing weird. You see? And if you want to get them, you can get that 10% discount code in the description box down below, but I didn't tell you guys. So yeah, I have your questions on my phone right there, and I'll try and answer as many as possible. Probably not all of them, so I'm sorry if your question is not answered this time. I'll do probably another Q&A soon. So, first question. Parle français dans ta vidéo. Ok, c'est bon. Where is one place you've never traveled to but want to go to? There's so many, but one that I have in mind right now is Thailand, because I haven't been and I don't really have plans to go, so I really want to go. Favorite movie or series on Netflix? I do not have Netflix. Every time I hear someone talk about Netflix, they're complaining because some movie or some series they want to watch is not on there, so I feel like I could just find anything online without having to subscribe to Netflix, so why would I? If you could be anyone else for a day, who would it be? That's kind of weird, but if I could be anyone else for a day, I would probably not choose to be a celebrity or someone that's like made it in life. On the contrary, I would probably choose to be someone that wasn't as lucky as I am, someone that's struggling in life. I feel like that would be a really good experience just for me to come back in my life. It would help me gain more perspective. But I could also be Justin Bieber. Well, do you speak Spanish? If you don't, say 5 words in Spanish. I do? I feel like you meant if you do. Mojito, papaya, apellido. Why is it so hard to find words? Nombre, película. Hola, me llamo Noah, tengo 19 años y vivo en París. París? Do you tan, or is your skin naturally that color? I've been on summer break for about 3 months and I've been traveling quite a lot, so I've definitely gotten darker. But my natural skin tone is not white. I'm naturally tan but lighter than this. So technically both. What other languages would you like to learn? I would like to learn Chinese, Japanese, Italian, Arabic. I think that's it. Well, these are the ones that I have in mind that I would love to learn. But if I could learn more, sure. Can you say Tres tristes tigres trabajan trigo en un trigal? Ooh! Did I do it? Was it right? Tres tristes tigres trabajan trigo. Tres tristes tigres trabajan trigo en un trigal. Okay, but what does that mean? How did you choose UC Berkeley as the school you wanted to attend in the USA? So when I started applying to schools in the US, which was at the beginning of my senior year of high school here in France, I only applied to schools that I really wanted to go to, and all of them were approximately at the same level in terms of academics. So when I got my acceptance letters from all the schools that I had applied to and that accepted me, I had to choose, and the first choice that I decided to make is whether I wanted to be on the East Coast or on the West Coast. The thing that I told myself is that I wanted to leave Paris because I wanted to go to the US for school, but also because I hated the weather here. It's really cold, gloomy most of the year, and it's raining way too much. So when I saw that the schools that I could attend were mostly near Boston or New York, I was like, that's not gonna work for me. I just couldn't see myself living a whole year there and having to go through rain, snow, the cold, and all of this. So then I was left with the West Coast universities. And because I was here in France studying for my baccalaureate and I was just attending school the whole school year, I couldn't go and visit the campuses to make my choice. So I basically had to make my choice watching YouTube videos, looking at pictures online of the different schools, and looking at rankings to see which one of the school was the best for me. So among all the schools I had on my list for the West Coast, I decided to pick UC Berkeley because it was the best. I liked the weather in San Francisco, but I also had never been, so I wanted to discover a new city and completely start over and discover everything. So that's why I chose UC Berkeley. Quels sont les noms de tes chiens, or what are your dogs' names? So I have two dogs. They're both Yorkies, and one of them is called Jin and the other is called Nikita. Jin is the older brother and Nikita is the younger sister. Well, they're half brother and sisters. What kind of music do you like? Pop, R&B, maybe a little bit of rap. I like commercial songs that every single one of you guys probably like. By the way, if you want to check my summer playlist on Spotify, I will have a link in the description box down below, and I'll keep adding songs until the fall. So get on that playlist and jam with me. How does it feel going into your third year of university? It feels weird. I feel like I should still be a freshman. I'll jump on that opportunity to give you guys a little update about what I'm going to be doing this semester. So instead of going back to school in Berkeley this fall, which would be next week because school starts pretty early in Berkeley, I am going to be studying abroad this semester. Every time I tell someone that I want to study abroad, everyone has the same reaction. But you're already studying abroad. You're French and you study in the US, right? Why did I do that? So yeah, technically I am studying abroad, but this study abroad program that I chose is completely different. Instead of going to regular university in another country than France or the US, I'm going to be studying on a ship with Semester at Sea. Semester at Sea is a program that lets you travel the world while you're studying for your college education. So it has everything a normal campus has. We have classes, we have a gym, we have everything that we would need in a regular campus. But the only difference is that we are at sea and traveling in different countries. We're going to be traveling to 13 cities in 11 countries starting on September 8th. So in like 3 weeks. So we're going to do Germany, Spain, Ghana, South Africa, Mauritius, India, Burma or Myanmar, however you want to call it, Vietnam, China, Japan, Hawaii, and end up in San Diego in December. I will be registered as a full university student with classes held by some of the most talented teachers in the world. There's no week or weekend, you just have class whenever you're on the ship, and whenever you're in a country you don't have school, you just get off the ship, travel, experiment the culture, the people, etc. I have a lot of things to think about, and one of them is how my channel is going to turn out. I just bought my first vlogging camera last week online. I'm gonna try and play with it before my trip starts. I'm thinking that most of my videos while I'm on the ship are gonna be about some cultural differences between the countries I visit, those I've lived in, etc. Some vlogs on the ship, maybe how it is to live on a ship for 4 months. Showing you guys what I see, who I meet, what I'm going to be doing, because I have some pretty exciting stuff that are going to be happening. I can't really think of any other videos that I could be posting on there, but if you have ideas, definitely leave them in the comment section down below. So yeah, I'm traveling the world. So I don't know if you guys are excited, but I'm pretty sure this is one of the best things that could have happened for me at school. But yeah, moving on. Have you ever been to where your parents are from? I have been to Tunisia, where my dad is from, but I've never been to Algeria for some reason. What are your top YouTuber tips? The first one would be consistent. Try and make it work at least once a week. Watch a lot of YouTube videos. That's where your inspiration is probably going to come from for 80% of the videos you watch, and you get to learn what you like in YouTubers, what you don't like, what kind of editing you want to do, what kind of filming you want to do. So it's really the best school is just to watch a lot of YouTube videos and figure out what you like. My third tip, on the other hand, would be try and have your own style. Try and define what your channel is going to be about, what your videos are going to look like, what you want your background to look like, your background music, what you want the tone of your videos to be like. Try and figure out everything before you even start filming. Don't stress about everything. It's okay if you don't have a good camera, if you don't have the good software to edit the video, if you don't have 1,000 views every time you post your video. It doesn't matter. And that goes on to the 5th tip. It's probably the most important one, is have fun. I know it's cliche, but if you don't like what you're doing, it's not worth it and it's not going to be sustainable. Make it fun for you because you're the one making the videos, so why not have fun while doing them? That was a pep talk. What is your favorite song right now?
The more things seem to change, the more they stay the same. Ooh, don't you hesitate. Girl, put your records on. Tell me your favorite song. Just go ahead and let your head down. Stop our fading.
When is your birthday? It's January 13th. Take notes. I want gifts. Thank you. I'm not kidding. What's your most unforgettable moment? P.S. I love you and you inspire me a lot. Thank you. I love you too. I have a few unforgettable moments that are like attached to a different person. So I'll just talk about my parents. So I can think of skydiving with my dad in Guadalupe. I think that's how you say it. Yeah, it was just a great moment. I had skydived before, but he hadn't. And it was just an amazing thing to make him discover and an amazing experience, and I would love to go back to that moment and to just do it again. And then with my mom, I have this moment where we were both in Mauritius for a week, just the two of us, and we woke up at 5 a.m, left for the beach, and then we got on a boat to go and swim with dolphins, and the sun was rising and it was absolutely magical, and I think that's my favorite moment. Do you like Pringles, the chips? I don't. I don't like them. Who is your favorite singer of all time? Love you too, and I think you guys know what I'm gonna answer. Which subject did you enjoy most of those that you studied at Berkeley? The two I can think of right now are media studies, because I love media. It's about all sorts of media, like traditional media or social media. The class was really fun, the teacher was great, and I got to learn a lot of things that I didn't think differently about this subject that I had in my everyday life, so I really like this. And then another subject that I really enjoyed was entrepreneurship. It was just about how to start a business, businessmen that had successfully built an empire. I just love success stories and reading things about people that managed to come from nothing and build something that they've wanted for a long time, or that they thought was a good thing for society. So that was a great class, and we had great speakers come in from big companies or from small businesses. And finally, the last question that I'm gonna answer for today's Q&A is, you seem to be very positive and happy almost always. How do you cope with the bad days and find a way to be positive again? P.S. Tell Jules to post more on Instagram. We stand. I'll tell him. So this thing about positivity and being happy all the time is, I wouldn't say an image that I'm trying to show on social media, but it's definitely a side of my personality that I'm trying to show more than the others, because I know that by being public, I am also being an influence to some of you guys that are seeing me on pictures, videos, that are following me on different platforms. So I think that if I can have an impact on your lives, then I would rather have it be positive. And it's also something that I started, I think, only a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago, trying to absolutely reject every negative person, thought, or experience in my life. Because if it's not gonna teach me something, then I don't want it. And if it's teaching me something, then it's not that negative. And I'm not gonna say I don't have bad days, I don't have bad times where I think negatively. What I like to do is just be productive, create a lot, write things, draw things, take pictures, read, or do something productive, something that when you're done doing it in an hour, you will feel better about it, because that's something you wanted to do, that's something you wanted to get done with. And being productive is on the track of being happy, because if you feel like you're achieving things, you're moving forward, and you're doing the things that that you need to do, then you can only feel better about yourself. And I know it can be hard because you don't want to be productive when you're sad or upset, but put your favorite song and get to work. I'm really sorry if I didn't answer your question this time. Of course, I will try and have another Q&A. Maybe your question will be answered in the next one. I also hope you liked these videos and that some of my answers were not as boring as they were when they came out of my mouth. But if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. You can also click that little bell button next to the subscribe button so that you get notified whenever I post. Don't forget to comment if you have any question about semester at sea or any other thing that I said in this very long video, or not that long. And yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next week for a new video. Bye.